Let's get it, boys. Oh. Nah, what the fuck? Bro, I was listening to music and I accidentally got booted from the court. Not booted, but might be. I didn't get booted, but I might tap in with you later. Hold up, let me listen to a few songs. Yeah. Come on. Respect to him, bro.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this giant defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And a pretty athletic.
Let's go, fellas.
He's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
The Chiefs at 3-0 here in the month of September, and they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. You talk about this Chiefs defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
7 yards there and a first down.
Milton.
And this
Almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw, it's Milton. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Now Milton.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Giants are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here's Pacheco on the read option.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Throwing is Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's Milton now to throw. Through the middle of the field.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Here's Guerrero.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
To throw is Milton.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. And what's going to be the final play of this first quarter?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Here's Milton.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And it's still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mahomes going to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Marquise Brown, 27 yards. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the screen.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play,
and the Chiefs are going to get him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far. And really...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Again, it's Garendo. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Milton. He's going to let this one go deep. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And it's caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Pacheco is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here's Pacheco. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Butker's kick here is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Back to throw. Milton. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles. He's
got a man complete.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy,
77 yards.
And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now a play fake here on first down. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second and 5. A give running left now, Gurindo. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
From the gun on third down, Milton. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. Milton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now third down and 7. In motion comes the tight end left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors with now his second touchdown of this third quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 10 more there and another first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here's a 2nd and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll try the middle with Gorindo. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Here's Gorindo on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Operating from the gun, Milton. And this is taken in at the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 3 yards out. And the Giants are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are back within a score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Handoff here, Guerrero. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them, is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the gun on third down, Milton. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's complete, left side to Worthy.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's 1st down. A give to Pacheco off the option.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Now 2nd and 4.
Now Mahomes gives to Hunt.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Mahomes to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 1st and goal. Mahomes.
He's got it. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some more going forward.
So for the Chiefs, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0.